on, what you missed was Razi in his battle with Larson Spider-Man fan running into the wall and losing bits of carbon fibre off of his front wing. Razi's now crawling around the track. Elmerix, who's already stopped in this race, is through. Will we see anyone else peel into the pit lane just yet? Telemetry is breaking. This lobby is not that good. Host bandwidth icons appeared a few times is what I've been told, and I've seen it myself. So lots of drivers getting rid of their soft tyres, medium runners mostly carrying on. Top 5 all on mediums now. Elmerix also on mediums has pitted 4 new tyres. Razi Razi has picked up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So in his hunt for the 3rd race of the season, this hasn't been a good race for the Alpine. So that championship lead will be eaten out of. Well, not late, yeah. Sunset Smile has gained 11 positions so far. That's partially due to pit stop, partially due to some lovely driving by him. NJ Devil's gained 9 positions. Havoc Connor's gained 6. Elmerix has lost 5, but he's led most of this race. He's just pitted 4 new tyres. Get the leader gap up actually, because 16 seconds is a lot less than a pit stop. So Elmerix is strategical undercut of the softs first, which I believe is going to be a 2-stop race if drivers are already pitting on lap 4 and lap 5 without damage to change without any damage to change tyres. Is this a 2-stop race? I think it has to be, unless you've just stretch those mediums to a medium hard strategy, which would undoubtedly be slower, as you see Havoc Connor already 7 laps in, struggling on those mediums through turns 19 and 20. Elmerix going DRS activated, he pulls left. Elmerix is going to get the move done before turn 1 in the DRS, and Elmerix moves back up 1 more position into 5th, and Havoc Connor. Will Elmerix get the DRS and NJ Devil immediately? If he does, then this has been a good position for Elmerix to pit in, because he's got DRS off of a few cars, and if he can get the move on NJ Devil done before the middle sector, then he won't lose nearly as much time. But he won't be able to just yet through turn 4. He could go for moving to turn 5 if he's close enough, but he's not. NJ Devil's struggling on those tyres compared to Elmerix on fresh rubber, really holding Elmerix up now, which is all fair, but Elmerix won't be happy. Nona Mitch once again rejoining. Nona Mitch, can you please decide to stay in the lobby, because you're actually affecting how bad the stream is, because it's trying to reconnect my internet to yours, to the hosts. A lot. Field really starting to calm down a bit as we wait for everyone to make their first stops. Should be a 2-stop strategy. Elmerix 5 laps on the softs. If we account for the qualifying and the formation lap, he probably did about 8 laps on the softs. Sportmad is the first of the medium runners, I believe, into the pit lane from 2nd position. Sportmad's actually known. Sportmad needs to change his front wing apparently. So Sportmad taking another set of mediums, not fulfilling the 2 tyre compound rule just yet, but Sportmad into the pit lane. Elmerix, whilst we were doing that, has made the move for 4th. Oh, and NJ Devil has spun. NJ Devil's in reverse. NJ Devil has spun from 3rd, 4th on the track in the Aston Martin. He's not got damage, but I'd imagine visually that I can see. Oh no, he has. He's lost the front left end plate. But knowing this game, it's probably weird, and he's probably got more. That will affect his performance. Spider-Man fan holding up Sportmad. Sportmad looking for a move into turn 4. Bold at the place to try and make one work, and he won't be able to. Is it the leader gap that's broken? I think it is. Sportmad's got a run here. This will be a bold move if he can make it, and it won't be, but then he's had to push Spider-Man Fan, and then Spider-Man Fan getting held up by NJ Devil, who's crawling around with damage on hard tyres. NJ Devil's not going to be a... NJ Devil needs to be very careful here. This is one of the parts where if you've got damage, you'll think it's easily flat, but it really isn't. It becomes very difficult with damage. That was close to his race unfolding. Sport Queener at the front stays out one more lap at the east. Sunset Smiler and Elmerix are now really close together as NJ Devil eventually loses his positions. Will Elmerix get close to Sunset Smiler into turn 1? DRS activated and he's going to breeze past into turn 1. Elmerix back into second on the track. Sunset Smiler will have the DRS if he's able to get close enough into turns 2. He's got the DRS definitely, but will he go for a move into turn 3? I don't think he'll get close enough. Lost the car on the exit, and now able to pull away is Elmerix once again. I do apologise for the stream collapsing. That was entirely my fault for standing on my cable. Yeah, not really anything I can say. That is entirely my fault. I do apologise. Someone's got damage. That's Havoc Connor, who's lost a position to Nerdy Average Gamer and has lost the right end plate. Is it right end plate? Right front wing end. Yeah, front wing end plate. That's what it is. It's the front wing end plate on the right hand side that he's lost. Someone's causing a yellow flag in sector 1. Is that's NJ Devil? Oh, NJ Devil. He's made the same mistake and he's retired on the track. So NJ Devil making the same mistake twice in a row and then making the mistake of retiring on track when I can see him doing it. So that will be a penalty if someone reports that, which I imagine, given that I've just screamed about it on the stream, somebody will. 3 seconds for Lash. Razi's also got 3. Razi's got the 5 seconds penalty, so that was actually 9 laps in. The first 3-second track limit penalties of the race went to Lash. We're going to look for the pit stops actually. Queener, Sunset Smiler, VTech, Havoc Connor all haven't made a stop. Paul Elite's made 3. Havoc Connor is going to have to stop because he's got that front wing damage, as you see him peeling off the track in turn 18. And that is Sunset Smiler. So Sunset Smiler finally ditches those mediums 9 laps into the race. Has he picked up front wing damage as well? He has. So is Queener going for a one-stop strategy? Because lots of these drivers would appear to be pitting for front wings instead of tyres. He's gone for hard, so I imagine Sunset Smiler will now go to the end of this race. So VTech and Queener become the only 2 drivers to have stayed out this entire race, not pitted once. Queener in the lead. He's got what appears to be a Pato Award type helmet, which he's got actually quite a nice design. I think I like it because he's got, reminds me of a Pato Award helmet. I don't know if it's meant to be. If it is, then I do appreciate you, sir. In the McLaren, Pato Award of course tested that in Abu Dhabi at the end of last year. Don't tell me the stream's working again. Sunset is a she. Oh, I am so sorry. Sunset has her first pit stop of the race then. I was blissfully unaware. This is why you call people they or them, because if you don't know. And the timings have broken once again, but Queener staying to the left. Is this Queener's first pit stop? It is Queener's first pit stop. Slow on the pit entry just to make sure he doesn't get a penalty. Probably could have took that a lot bit bolder. So Elmerix will inherit the lead of this race, should he not pit, which I don't think he will. Queener finally ditches those tyres 11 laps into this race and goes for another set of mediums. So Queener will have to make another stop to fill that 2 tyre compound rule. VTech's going to stay out one more lap. You have to use 2 sets of tyres. Elmerix comes out with a 4 or 5 second gap to Queener on the same tyre compound, but just younger tyres. Elmerix is actually coming up to lap Paul Elite. Paul Elite has not had a good day here in Azerbaijan. And he's got blue flags. Surely now he's got to pull out the way of Elmerix. The leaders coming to get lapped. So that is an embarrassing race for AlphaTauri. Lars Razi, that's where the slipstream train is happening now around Riyadh in the Aston Martin. The other one, Nerdy Average Gamer, has caught up to VTEC. Nerdy Average Gamer actually having a very good race, looking to take another podium, I believe, in a row. Did he get a podium last time out in Spa? Yes, it was Spa that Nerdy Average Gamer. So with Nerdy Average Gamer in Williams, second podium in a row potentially. Given VTEC hasn't stopped, but he's going to have Sportmad behind him, looking to take another one for his tally. Ow! I'm so sorry, my back is killing me. Queen has actually looked very quick on those softs. The one who isn't looking very quick is VTEC on those old hards. We'll go for the camera shot, turning off all of the user interface. Sportmad's got a run on Nerdy Average Gamer. Nerdy Average Gamer's got the DRS on VTEC. These three wide almost into turn one. It is 3 wide. Okay, and that is VTEC, who's now surely gonna have to pit, and he's been bounced in between Nerdy Average Gamer and Sportmad in the battle for third on track. Sportmad sends VTEC into a wall with damage. There's a yellow flag in sector 1. Is that Elmerix? It is Elmerix losing it in turn 3 and losing the lead with it. So Elmerix, who's struggled with track limits this season, when he's finally been able to catch a track that you can barely ever get track limits at, he's lost his entire front wing from the lead. So Elmerix got to be upset with that, as Queen inherits the lead. Nerdy Average Gamer will be hunting him down. It's McLaren versus McLaren, Williams, McLaren at the front then. Surprisingly, there hasn't been a safety car this race. Nona Mitch has just left the session again. At some point you'd have to give up. But speaking of safety cars, yeah, that's his AI just being yellow flagged. All Elite has gone a lap down to Queener. He briefly unlapped himself because Elmerix spinned it into a wall. That's VTEC letting Spider-Man fan through. VTEC with damage has to pit, and he gets out of the way nicely. Good awareness by him. He got 2 of the fastest corners on the track coming up. You don't want to be holding up cars there. Nolan Mitch, can you please stop rejoining and joining a lobby? Because if your internet isn't going to hold out, can you just not mess with the connection all the time? Elmerix will peel into the pits after his second front wing change. He's going to go for a new set of mediums, probably to get into the, or hards. He's got to go for the mediums or the hards to get into the end. And he goes for a new set of mediums. That's the Alfa Romeo and a new front wing. VTEC, another one, is going to take a new front wing and a new set of mediums. Pit lane just a little bit busy. That's Paul. No, it's not Paul Elite. That's Vlash in the Williams. Also needed to take a new set of mediums and a new set of front wing. So Elmerix rejoins in 8th. He's got Razi right behind him. 2 of the quicker drivers now battle it out on track. Razi's going to have to slipstream on Elmerix. Elmerix with the fresh tyres won't want to let him by. But he doesn't. Oh, very close margins between the 2 of them. Pen for Elmerix cut the pit entry. I think that's more. That was. Did he? It seemed like he cut across on the dotted line and then stayed as far left. Ah, no, okay, you mean that part, yeah. I think he'll put that down to having no front wing. We'll see if he'll get a penalty for it, but he could put that down to no front wing, causing him to do that. Elmerix poor run through turn 15. Razi's gonna have the run. The other one who's got a run is gonna be Rehad on TJW for 5th place on track. Mercedes versus Aston Martin. Looking at the tyres, Riyadh with the older tyres clearly with the better pace if he's been able to close the gap to TJW. You'll have the DRS between turn 3 and turn 2 and turn 3. Aston Martin versus Mercedes. Not seen this one in real life too much last year, but it happens here. And Rihad locks up as he does it, but he does make the move up into 5th position. Razi's made it past Elmerix. Down the long straight, Elmerix is going to have the DRS here into turn 3, so this would be a good battle. Elmerix diving to the inside, dummy move to the outside, he goes through on the inside, makes it through into turn 3. These two really going at it for 8th position. Two disappointing races. They should both be at the front, but their own mistakes have put them further down the field than what they would have wanted to be. But Razi's staying right with them. These two both on fresh tyres. Razi picks up a 3-second track limits penalty because he's completely cut the inside there. We're now halfway through this race. 14 laps to go. We'll see what happens on the tyres, because you saw the tyre fiasco in real life with both Lance Stroll and Max Verstappen suffering big punctures and causing big accidents in real life. And if some of these drivers are going to push those tyres for another 10 or 11 laps to make the end, they could face the same fate, which would potentially bring out a late, what you class as a late safety car with only 9 laps to go. Should there would be a safety car now, I think there would be cause for all drivers to pit onto Soft Sunset Smiler. She's gotten in for another stop, getting rid of those hards, and I think she's got damage as well. Razi's battling with Elmerix on track. Elmerix, playing the slipstream game, just lifts off and lets him through, but he's probably too far back now, 8/10, and so Elmerix trying to do a Nicholas Longe-esque manoeuvre to let him have the DRS, to get the DRS, does a Nicholas Longe manoeuvre and failing to get the DRS. So Razi keeps the gap up to 8/10, and if he isn't careful, Razi could pull away here, and Elmerix could blame himself on doing it, but Razi does have a 3-second penalty, which after the race ends would bring him back to currently 9th, because Vitek is on his full-time debut, right behind the race winner, and the 2-time race winner and 2-time top sister. That is the yellow flag. That is Paul Lee, who is a lap down, who's lost his front wing. Paul Elite, fair, good. You have to give it to Paul Elite. He's not had an at all run of things today. Nothing has gone his way, but he's kept in the race. He's had to make 5 or 6 pit stops already, I believe. But he's not left. He's not given up. He's keeping going for now. He knows he can get the points for coming 14th. And he knows that the race isn't over until it is over. In Le Mans spirit, you gotta keep going. Larsh will be very happy to see that, because that will give him DRS and help him to close in on VTEC. Hopefully. Will it give him DRS? It will give him DRS. Paul Elite pulls into the pit lane. Oh, and so does Larsh. Larsh pulling into the pit lane, why? Paul Elite, insult to injury, picks up a 5-second penalty for speeding into the pit lane. And then is... I forgot that was in this game. The AI will drive slower in the pit lane when you have damage. It's a very annoying feature, and I don't know why it exists, but it does. Spider-Man fan, gotta give it to him. He's had an excellent drive today. 4th position in the Red Bull. That's a result for him to be proud of. For them to be proud of. Some lovely cinematic shots of Azerbaijan. Beautiful place, has to be said, and it's even better in my eyes if you can put on an amazing race, which it has done many times, but hopefully it will continue to do should F1 keep travelling here, and if SRL keeps coming here, it will be a delight for the drivers. Such an enjoyable circuit to just spend lots of time keeping driving and driving and driving. And every lap is a new challenge. Only 9 laps left here. And the prediction that you said for Queener to win the race, someone predicted it. Can't remember who it was, but if that was you, congratulations, because your prediction is currently right. Elmerix has just got past Razi, so those two are still going at it on the track for what will become his 7th. Nerdy Average Game has made another stop. Elmerix picks up a 3-second penalty. That's a sight that you've never seen before. Definitely not. Nerdy Average Gamer in 6th. He's gone for another set of mediums again. Some Sunset. She's got past Havoc Connor for 10th place. Don't tell me the stream's broken again. That was me. Yep, Mitty Racing, that was you. Actually, wasn't it? Who predicted Queener would win this race. And with 9 laps to go, all he has to do is keep it calm. Hope that there isn't some late safety car. Oh, Lee almost causing it then. He's got a massive snap in turn 1. He's a lap behind on Large, but I think he's just battling for fun at this point. Nolan Mitch is lagging out the session, so Lars should get that place. Paul Elite, he's a lap down and he's ghosted, and he's just having a bit of fun with the AI thing. Elmerix and Razi. Has Elmerix done the exact same thing to get DRS? Once again, it looked like he'd peeled off to the side yet again to get Razi's DRS. When there's 8 laps left, there's not much point in taking the DRS just yet. That is a yellow flag in sector 2, and that's Nolan Mitch's AI out of this session. It looked like it's in a fairly recoverable flip place, so I don't think we'll get a safety car for that. VSC at the most. Yep, it's cleared up quite quickly. So Nolan Mitch will should Paul Elite then finish this race. Paul Elite will get more points for beating Nolan Mitch. And that's why you keep going, because it's the second you can believe in yourself. Oh, okay, and he's lost another set of front wing, so the Alpha Tower is damage bill. Despite having 1 car, looking very high after today's race. Will he bill into the pits for the 7th time? He will, and he's got the pit entry. So Paul Elite, I'm going to pretend I didn't see that, because I really don't want you to get any more penalties, given how bad this race has gone. That would just be rubbing salt into the wounds at this stage. But the man who won't have any salt in his wounds is Queener. Queener has benefited from other people's mistakes and is looking strong to take home his 2nd win of the season, to bring him equal with Razi on 2 wins apiece. How hard is it to read the pit entry rule, says the SRL account. It's very true. Simply done. Of course, you saw when the virtual GP was here, even the real life drivers are taking to cheek. That was Sportman has just peeled into the pits again for another set of soft with 7 laps left. Rehad, unsurprisingly, has to get rid of those 15-lap old tyres. Spider-Man fan promoted to 2nd position in this race. What a result that would be in the Red Bull. We'll see if Sportman's call for a new set of soft pays off. He was 9 seconds down on Queener. Queener, will he decide to go for a new fastest lap? Will he not? Paul Elite has just crashed yet again. How that man is still in the race, I don't know. If I'd probably have crashed out the amount of times that he hasn't driven around with wing damage. Paul Elite keeping going, and he's just made an overtake technically, as he's gone past Nolan Mitch, and he's now travelled further in the race than Nolan Mitch. So that is a position gain for Paul Elite. You didn't think you'd hear that today. Well, you probably thought you did, but you didn't think you'd hear it, given how this race has gone. There's a nice little train now. Rehad, Elmerix and Razi. Oh, okay, and Elmerix has added to the front wing collection that the owners of that thing, and he's brought out safety car. Oh my, okay. So with only 5 or 6 laps to go, there's a safety car, and that is perfect timing for Queener, who's just peeled into the pits for not only a new set of soft tyres, it will be, but for a new front wing. So this is going to be like an interesting end to this race. And it might just help Elmerix, who's lost a front wing, but who'll have a chance to get up. Everyone now surely has to pit for softs. Queener will come out in the lead. It's a McLaren 1-2 at the front. Sportmad pitting the lap before. Razi will go in. Rehad will stay out. So Rehad will jump to probably 4th or 5th on the track, actually, behind TJW, I'd say. Yep, Rehad coming out in 5th behind TJW. Nerdy Average Gamer comes out in 6th. Razi's going to come out in 7th, I believe. Or will it be VTEC? It will be VTEC because Razi's got 5-second penalty to serve. VTEC in 7th. Razi's gone for... Huh? Razi's got a new set of hards. With only 5 laps or 6 laps to go. You thought everyone, you'd have to be insane to not willingly pick a new set of soft tyres if you got it available. Sunset has gone for... me 10 lap... What on earth is going on with the Alpines? What is going on with that Alpine? Sunset's mileage just got a 5-second penalty for her crossing the pit exit line. That's not the one that we were expecting people to get penalties for, but it is. What is going on for Alpine? Alpine have pulled a Red Bull Monaco 2016, 15, one of the two. I think it was 16, wasn't it? They've put a Red Bull 2016. One of the cars is on fresh hards, whilst everyone else is on fresh softs, and the other one is on 10 lap old mediums with only 5 laps to go. We're only going to get 3 laps of clean racing. I think the safety car should go in on lap 22 or 23, providing drivers catch up. Larsh is the last on the lead lap. Pool Elite is in between Nerdy Average Gamer and VTEC, and it's annoying about the safety car broke. What on earth is going on there? Rehad has let Nerdy Average Gamer through. Is Rehad going... Razi goes into the pits. Will Razi get new set softs on? Or have Alpine messed up again? Razi's got softs waiting for him, and it is new sets of softs. So that is completely screwed Alpine. Once again, Havoc Connor might get Razi. I don't think he will. So Razi's only lost 1 position to Elmerix in having to pit yet again. Sunset Smiler, she's continued. Larsh has continued. Who's behind Larsh? Huh? Oh no, okay, yeah, Larsh is that shade of blue, not the other shade of blue that I was looking at. So everyone should catch up to the safety car this lap. Don't tell me the stream's working yet, I'm going to look at this chat. Razi wants 1 lap fresher softs compared to the others. Not a bad strat, to be fair. Ah! So was you're saying, what you're suggesting is that Razi has deliberately stayed out. But if you were going to do that, why would you pit for the hards? Because he was on... Was he on medium? He was on mediums before the safety car. So would you not have stayed out and then pitted? Because I thought I would have suggested that would lose you less time to stay out for a lap and then pit. Either way, Razi will have your correct completely, and to say Razi's going to have 1 lap fresher soft, we should be going in this lap. Maybe we won't, we'll see when we cross the line, which I believe is just here. Safety car in this lap, Queener, Sportmad. we can recall back to say Austria, This is very slow. On the restart, this is quite dangerous for these lot. Need to be very careful here to avoid those 5 seconds. No, what happened, this is almost reminiscent of the 2 Red Bulls in real life this year, but we know what happened the last time. In SRL, the 2 McLarens were 1-2 in Tier 3 on the restart. It didn't end well for Sportman, who spun out the lead. TJW is overtaking. You're going 3 wide on the safety car. Lads, what? It's... okay, and they've gone. And he's completely caught the entire field napping, because they're all jostling, trying to go side by side and gain an advantage, to the point where we're going to have to give back positions. Elmerix almost goes for 2 in one corner. VTEC's looking a lot slower than the Alfa Romeo. Bit of a car park in Azerbaijan. Queen has pulled a 1-second lead at the front, so Queen has bolted away and he's lost the DRS to Sportman, provisionally at least. Well, hopefully he doesn't lose into a wall. It would be a shame if he did, because he's looked like he will be the one to win this race so far. A couple of drivers will be fighting for their first podium. Spider-Man fan, would be excellent to see him up there in the Red Bull. As all jostling for position, Razi's going past Elmerix. These two have been at it for a while in this race. Elmerix, oh, okay, that was close, boys. Making a little bit of contact then. Someone's going to wall. That's Paul Elite. He's a lap down. We don't really mind him too much, as long as he gets out of the way. Paul Elite, you are blue flagged. I'm going to remind you of that. Razi, he's got the 1 lap pressure soft, is not looking like he's got the 1 lap pressure soft pace advantage. Elmerix almost going for a move into turn 14, which if he pulled that off would have been fair prompts to both of them actually for allowing each other the space there. Whole field bunched together, separated again. Razi and Elmerix and Nerdy Average Game are the 3 closest cars. VTEX right behind them, looking to capitalise. 4 laps to go. We won't get a safety car now, hopefully. I think we can only get a safety car now if like 4 cars crash out, I think it is. Everyone given a new opportunity. It's created a sprint-like environment for the end of this race. Spider-Man fan 8 tenths to Sportmad. So these front 3 looking very comfortable to just sit in these positions and take home the points. Rehad's looking to get past TJW. These two very close together. Rehad's boat locking up there. Nerdy Average Game up right behind. There's blue flags for Paul Elite. Just got out the way. Have some of them, but not all of them. Okay. Don't tell me it's stream sacking again. And the game gave him hards he did not want. Well, it would be not the weirdest thing to happen. That was an issue before, that you could select the softs. He either just had a lapse in his vision and thought it selected soft when he selected hards, which would be not ideal for him, but he won't lose out too much in the grand scheme of things. It was a very confusing restart, which meant that all that is a yellow flag for, I believe, Sunset Smiler. She has spun damage. Yep, damage. Left wing front end plate has gone from the Alpine. It's a McLaren 1-2 at the front, as it was for most of the Austrian race. Okay. Notifications are on. I thought I disabled them. Nice. So I do apologise, because that would have blocked the stream view of some great battles here, and we've got a great battle between these two. Sunset Smiler, she's gone into the pit lane, and she's going to lose a position, I believe, to Paul Elite come the end of this race, because Paul Elite is a lap down. But will be if he finishes all of the laps, then Paul Elite will get 12th. That's why you keep going. That's why you do not retire and leave the session with 3 laps to go. So much of a bad race. So many things gone wrong. Rehad and TJW for a second looked like they were going to try and go side by side through the castle section. It can be done. It's a very low chance of it being able to happen. It would have been excellent if they did, but they do just take no risks. Elmerix has just lost his car, and Elmerix is in the wall and has lost his front wing, and he's going slow. Is he going to retire on the track? Please don't tell me he is. Nope, he's gone again. Did Elmerix run out of fuel? No, okay. Suddenly looked very weird how slow he was. But we've got these three are not going slow. Nerdy Average Gamer's got an excellent view. Oh, TJW pulled to the left to block him, and Nerdy Average Gamer had to make a late switch right. This is an excellent battle for 4th position on track. Rehands just picked up a 3-second penalty, despite not at all going off track in that battle. From what I saw, at least, I think Rehad might get that penalty removed if my eyes are not playing up. But what is playing up would appear to be Queener, who's lost that lead. Sportman is closing in at the front, so after you've got this excellent battle for P4 on track, Elmerix picks up a 5-second penalty for speeding into the pit lane. Whilst you've got this excellent battle between 4th, 5th and 6th, Queener and Sportmad, they're going at it at the front. Will Sportmad close in on Queener? It's a McLaren versus McLaren for the win, but if something goes wrong between those two, like it has done between two teammates in Azerbaijan in 2018 in real life for the two Red Bulls of Daniel Ricciardo and Max Verstappen at the time. The yellow flag in sector 2, that was Razi, who's lost it in the castle section. But these two are really going at it. Queener versus Sportmad. 5/10 with 1 lap to go. Who would have thought early on in this race? This is going to be a thrilling final lap. Do not go anywhere. Hopefully my internet won't too. Queener, Sportmad, they're going to want to play it strategically because they're going to want to have a run on the final lap. Sportmad's got the run now. DRS will come open now. Sportmad versus Queener for the lead with 1 lap to go. They're going to side by side as the final lap starts. Sportmad jumps into the lead for the first time this race. And it's McLaren versus McLaren. Queener, will he go for it into turn 3 coming up? Oh, Queener! Having to take evasive action. He might have just given Sportmad the win. Queener going for the move into turn 2. He had to take evasive action because it looked like Sportmad broke early. Razi's just DNF'd in the turns 19 and 20. So Elmerix will get 10th on track. Queener versus Sportmad. I thought I was going to have an amazing battle on the final lap, but a mistake by Queener put that into jeopardy, and it put his win into jeopardy. But Sportmad looks like he's got damage. Sportmad got damage? Queener is pushing like hell, and he's catching up a little bit, but it won't be enough probably, unless something drastic goes wrong. Elmerix was retired just after. I'm not sure how he's managed to do that. He'll keep 10th position though. Paul Elite won't get that position. Well then, McLaren versus McLaren, and I thought that's actually a real shame that we've managed to not have that battle. I'm quite upset about that. I was going to get an amazing battle to commentate on for the final lap. Queen has made a mistake and he's put that into jeopardy, but what won't be in jeopardy for at least now on track. We'll see what happens post Stewart, because I believe there was a lot of incidents this race. But it'll be provisionally a McLaren 1-2, but it won't be Queener taking his 2nd win of the season. It'll be revenge for Austria. Sportmad wins in Azerbaijan. Queener takes a P2 and a McLaren 1-2. Rehad is coming home on 3rd on track. Did he have a penalty? No, the Average Gamer, he did have a penalty. Rehad takes his 1st podium. No, the Average Gamer missing out just on his 2nd in a row. TJW comes home in 5th. VTech comes home in 6th. Spider-Man fan and really did not benefit from that final safety car, and he comes home in 7th, so that was a disappointing end to the race for him. Marsh in 8th. Havoc Connor in 9th. Paul Elite will be the final finisher in 12th. He kept at it, so good job by him. Wow. What a race from Tier 3 in Azerbaijan. Once again, exciting action. Driver of the day for Rehad. in Aston Martin. Happy man will Sportmad be after a disappointing result for the past couple of rounds. He could have won in Austria, dominated the race before the safety car, and then he lost it all by his own mistake on the safety car restart that he led. He spun out of the lead into the wall, got damaged, managed to keep it going and recover, but that was a shame for him to miss out on the win that time. But he gets his revenge finally. Disappointing to not have that final bit of excitement. Surprisingly, none of the drivers actually took the new fastest lap in the final laps. It was actually Nolan Mitch who took the fastest lap. So a McLaren 5-4 on the grid becomes a McLaren 1-2 at the end of the race. Sportmad takes home. Queener comes home in second, losing out on the final lap on a win. Provisionally before the penalties. Queener second. Rehad, phenomenal drive by him, managed to keep it going in third. Nerdy Gamer fourth, TGW fifth, VTech fifth, sixth on full-time debut for Haas. Spider Fan in seventh, Larsh in eighth, Havoc Connor in ninth, Elmerix in 10th, Razi in 11th, Paul Elite in 12th. Wow. So, it's a shame to not have that final bit of excitement on the final lap. I'll just quickly look what the chat was said. Mitty Racing says he was wrong about his Queener prediction. It was looking a very good prediction until that final lap, which is a real shame for Queener. They've got to be happy if you're a McLaren driver right now, because that was a 1-2 for them. Not quite max points because they didn't get the fastest lap, but still something to be happy about. Spider-Man fan, also another one who had a little bit of disappointment potentially. He was looking good for a podium before that final safety car. Elmerix looked good for another podium this week, but he only has 1 out of 4, and despite having 2 out of 4 on the pole positions. Wow, what a race. Nerdy Average Gamer also missing out on another podium. Rehad is going to be ecstatic. He's taken home his first podium in SRL in his Aston Martin. Great drive by him, but that was quite an exciting 26 laps of Azerbaijan. An exciting final lap, but unfortunately not as exciting as it could have been. Queener picking up that damage from that mistake. Won't be too happy with himself to have lost it like that, I think. And did mean just losing out on the battle that could have been. It looked like he was going to have one of those Valtteri Bottas, Lance Stroll type finishes, where the race was won and decided by slim margins. But wow, that was a lovely race from the tier 3 guys, and it was once again a brilliant race up and down the field. Credits to Paul Olay, probably soldier of the day, keeping going at it, and he comes home in, I think it was 12th. He didn't DNF. 7 or 8 pit stops for him, but by not leaving the race, by keeping going, by being committed and brave, Paul Elite comes home in 12th. So applause to him after that. But this has been, I'm gonna have to win the stream pretty soon. This has been the 4th round? I did get that right, didn't get it right the first time. That was the 4th round of SRL Tier 3, and what a round it was. Sportmad Revenge from Austria is probably the title of that race. But wow, what a race. I believe next week we have Hungary, so we'll see you then. Is it Hungary? It might be Hungary. Either way, this has been SRL Tier 3, and it's going to be a cracker. Next week will be 1 too, so make sure to tune in for that. Also make sure to tune in for Tier 2 and Tier 1, which are going to produce even more exciting racing than this, I'm sure, in just a little bit of time. This has been SRL, and I thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.